My sincere apologies to my fellow earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I apologize. I got caught up doing a couple things in my own personal life. Can you believe I actually got car sick for the first time ever in my entire life, in my almost 27 years of living? I thought it was somewhat of a myth. Like, poor me, right? But yeah, I kind of got caught up in doing things with the family as well, and so I'm a little late for you guys. But can I offer you guys something? I apologize. Right, guys? Well, I'm doing your readings now, so I hope you guys enjoy them. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing pretty good today. Just wanted to give you guys some background information in terms of the full moon in Libra. It just so happens that the sun, as of now, is in Aries, so it's opposing the Libra moon, which Aries and Libra are opposite zodiacal signs. So just to remind everyone, Aries is independent, self-interest, leadership, and action, while Libra is partnership, social life, balance, and fairness. So the overall general meaning of this particular full moon in Libra is that we must become more aligned with what is important to us as individuals and to incorporate this into our relationships and partnerships of all kinds by creating more balance within the relationship or partnership. So I just wanted to give you guys some little background information on it. And due to the opposing or the opposition, I wanted to go ahead and do a little special for you guys in terms of each sign. So go ahead and watch your sign and watch your reading, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, and also comment and tell me what you guys think. All right. I also wanted to provide you guys with a card placement / position, little key here. So for the first card, it stands for releasing, things you should be letting go of in your life. The second is retaining, things you should be holding close to you. The third card is receiving, things that are coming into your life. The fourth card is surroundings, how the world around you is affecting you. Then we have the fifth card, which is giving, what you should be giving to others. Then the sixth card is beginning, something new that will begin soon. And then the final card is your lesson, what you should be learning at this point. All right, guys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Hello, Virgo, and here's your reading for the Libra full moon. Hope you guys are doing good. Oh, wow, look at that. Stuck there. Okay. Let me shuffle it one more time. Listen to spirit. Okay. Don't freak out. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Virgo with the clarity and direction in which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay the messages as they are meant to be. Right, Spirit, go ahead and release the first card for releasing for Virgo. Sorry if you guys hear random noises. It's about almost close to 7:30 in the evening. I usually record at night, and when it's really quiet in here. But today I just kind of wanted to get these you guys' videos out, so, or the earth signs out. Because I'm a Virgo sun. I know we look at the videos and we're like, oh, that spot. We missed it. Oh, no. Virgos, are we talking to people? Are we kind of guarded? Spirit release the first card for Virgo for releasing. Okay, nice. Temperance for the first card. Okay, Spirit, go ahead and release the second. Okay, it's flipped. The Five of Swords in reverse. Spirit, going to release the third card for receiving for Virgo. The Three of Cups. You little hermit. No, I'm just kidding, guys. That's for the third position. 3 and 3. Not a little weird. Okay, Spirit, going to release the fourth card for Virgo for surroundings. Wow. I'm just calling you guys hermits. It's funny. Well, we're in reverse. Oh, no. Spirit, going to release the fifth card for giving. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not going to take any of these because they felt a little strange. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take this one too. It just, you know, intuition. So this one's going to be for the fifth card and the sixth card. Ace of Cups, upright for the fifth position. For giving. The Empress, upright for beginning. And pull. Spirit, release the seventh card. Okay. For the seventh and final card, your lesson, the Father of Swords. We're going to feel like a little emotional during this little full moon here. But let's be honest, it's the feeling I'm getting. So for things you should be letting go of in your life, well, let's not let go of temperance, you know, but let's see what I can pick up on or what they need me to say. Make sure that your heart is always in the right place, Virgo. Make sure that when we do things for other people, we don't have a motive behind it. Now, this is strange that this is coming up, but I was speaking to my uncle the other day, and I had one of those Virgo moments, right? Like those little realizations. That damn little light came on, right? And I realized, just like they say, or the oldie, it's a thin line between love and hate. I feel like it's a very thin line between reciprocity and a motive. Randomly, I just thought of that. Probably the situation we were discussing, but I really can't recall. But I feel like this card is kind of in relation, or there's a relation to or correlation with that conversation I had with my uncle. And we were kind of discussing, whenever we're in any type of relationship, whether it's a partnership, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family, we do expect to be treated the way that I mean, given that everything is appropriate and it's, the 10 of cups upright type of thing, but that it is, we treat people a certain way, and it is out of positivity, and it is out of, appropriateness. We do expect to be treated back the same way. Now, it may not be exactly how we, give to the other party, but we do expect, something back in return within the same manner, or maybe with the same conviction that we give to them. And then I started to think, is that a motive though? So are you really doing good things for people? Really because you really do want to? And I was like, yeah, Mark. And I was talking to myself. But then I said, but what happens when you don't get, the reciprocity back? And I was like, oh, well, screw that. And then that's when I realized, I said to myself, before having the discussion with my uncle, but how do we discern that? Is it really a motive, or is it just something that should just happen, that people should just give back to you? Maybe not with the same materials or with the same plan or the same agenda, but give back to you the best that they can, because we can only give what we can. So is it really, do we do these things because we really do, maybe, or how can I say it? Because, see, retrograde's messing me up. Damn Mercury. Do we give to these people because we do want the same thing back? So is that a motive, or is it not? Or is it just maybe common knowledge? I don't know. I just kind of find that a little bit interesting. Go ahead and comment and let me know your thoughts on, on it's a thin line, between motive and giving, something like that. But yeah, between what are you guys' thoughts on that? Between reciprocity and having a motive in terms of, relationships. And it's weird how I'm talking about this and the Libra full moon and dealing with the relationships. But okay, let's get back to the card. Sorry, guys. I went a little tangent there. But it does relate to the card, though. Make sure that, Virgo, that you're always giving back. But you're giving back because you really do want to. But when things don't necessarily come back with, or in the manner that you saw it, or that you fathomed it up into your head, and it maybe you feel like it isn't enough for you, or the expectation of it, of the second party giving back to you, was not maybe what you expect or expected. But we also have to remember, when people give back to us and they give all that they can, and it's to the best of their ability, who are we to say that it's not enough? Because that makes us look selfish and like we have a motive. And Virgos, you're not like that. We try to always help. You can be a little abrasive at times, but it's all in good faith. The delivery may be a little bit off, but the feeling and the conviction's there. But make sure that you always, you appreciate it. And you use that discernibility, and you remind yourself of that. That, before you say it, and before you bust like a little Mercury, like Gemini kind of thing, and just let it fly out of your mouth, of being like, oh, well, no, this isn't enough, doing one of those things. Make sure you stop and you catch yourself and you remind yourself and say, it may not be enough to me, or in my opinion, or through my perception, but what if that person went through hell just to give you that half of piece of cracker? And then when we do that to them and we put them down because we feel like it's not enough or good enough, how we are perceived in other people's eyes, we just lost points, And then it makes us look arrogant, and it's just not good. And then you're going to dwell over on it. I mean, or you're going to dwell on it and then ruminate over, oh my God, where'd I go wrong? And then you're going to beat yourself up. And, you know, the cycle. But yeah, that long explanation story for just remember, I think that's what I'm getting from the card is just to be thankful for everything and using that good judgment, you know, in terms of being respectful and thankful for the things that you get back in return. So for the second card, for things you should be holding close to you, thank God it's in reverse, right? So when it's in reverse, coming out of a period, you know, of self-destruction, we're not avoiding things anymore. Or are we? We are not lured in to certain situations that are maybe detrimental. We tend to be less selfish. And also, the endings tend to be a little bit more copacetic. They're not so, you know, abrupt and crazy and some like tower card stuff. But when I see it in this position, Virgo, the things you should be holding close to you is coming out of those periods of kind of self-destruction, making those choices, Virgo, that you know are not really going to serve you and that make you, you know, do more than you really have to, and putting yourself in those, you know, positions. You know, sometimes we want to help a little too much and then we end up getting a little too involved, you know. So just what I'm getting from this card in this position is remember the lessons that you have learned and always remind yourself of or keep them close to you so that when a similar situation arises, you know how to handle it and you know where, you know, maybe where to steer it so that it doesn't end in, you know, tragedy and it doesn't end in extreme loss and everyone's all in reverse and it's all craziness. So, you know, yeah, I think that's what I'm getting from the card in this position. Hold the wisdom a little close. So for things that are coming into your life, well, Virgo, I mean, celebration with other people. I wonder why. And just joy in the company of other people. Maybe more socializing, making new friends, you know, maybe, you know, doing a little drinking, having a good time with people that maybe normally wouldn't, or being more optimistic, more outgoing, being more like an air sign. Let's see what else I'm getting from it. And also maybe strengthening your personal circle of friends. I think just relationships in general, any type of relationship, maybe just strengthening them. Okay, I also got a third party intrusion. So let's look out for that. You know, don't, you know, let's not be all super paranoid, but, you know, maybe let's not get too drunk in the club, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, let's, that just popped in my head right now was third party intrusion. Spirit's looking out for you. But yeah, let's, but it is more of the joy and the, you know, bountifulness of being in the company of other people. But yeah, let's watch out for, you know, that little bird comes flying in to try to destroy stuff. But, you know, let's remember. Now for the fourth position, for how the world around you is affecting you, little hermit. Well, I mean, Virgo, it's pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes you do a little too much. And you know, like I say, I mean, the good intent is there. The passion's there. The right feelings are there. The reciprocity begins at the beginning as well. But sometimes, Virgo, we just take on a little bit too much. And we try to fix everything. And then Okay, that's what I'm getting. And then when it comes to our own personal lives, we're so exhausted that we just don't have the energy to deal with our problems. I mean, not that I'm not saying not help and just be completely like, shoot flat, don't bother me of things, but just knowing how much you can give and how much, you need to take when you need to take that step back and say, I can't do this right now. Like, I'm a little caught up in what's going on, and you're not lying. I mean, you may be like stretching the truth a little bit, but it's not really necessarily lying though, You're being honest. So that's what I'm getting from the card is save some energy for yourself so you can successfully, manage and cope with the things that you need to cope with in your own personal life, with your family and your kids and your relatives and, your aunt that went crazy last night with the taco man and all that craziness, have, leave some energy for yourself, Virgo, so you can successfully solve and deal with, your issues going on. All right, and for the 5th position, we have the Ace of Cups upright, which is stands for giving. When I see this card in this position, I want to say that the feeling I get from it, or the vibe from it, is that I believe that we should give people, let's be honest right here, a better version of us in terms of our attitude, in terms of not being such a pessimist sometimes about certain situations. Always looking at the situation as, the glass is half empty. It doesn't have to be half full, because when we do that, we change our thoughts, and we change our thinking patterns, and then we end up changing the behavior. And then we just end up changing the vibe, because then if we don't change the thoughts, then the behavior stays the same, and then we give off a certain vibe to other people. People pick it up, and then we feel estranged from everyone, and we feel like like a leper, like we're a pariah, we're like an outcast, and and then we go back into our little shell or into the dark. You know how the cycle goes. But I feel like we should have a better attitude, and we should be giving that out, because we are full of wisdom. Virgos are full of discernibility, full of just random knowledge, randomness. It's crazy, but no one would ever know that if we don't really truly be a better version of ourselves, because you never know, who will love the person that you really are. You never know. So the overall vibe was a better attitude, so we can go ahead and give back in a more appropriate and more fruitful manner. People can then gain or retain our knowledge that in which we give. So in the 6th position, we have for beginning something new that will begin soon. I think it's pretty straightforward, Virgo. Creation. But I want to say it starts here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The Emperor stands for the mother of creation. And even in the midst of the dark, still creating, because she stays focused. She knows what she needs to do. See how it gets brighter as, the leaves kind of like variegates. But yeah, it's just, starting with the mindset and starting with changing the way that you think, Virgo. So this doesn't happen to you, and you're in reverse like that. And your attitude changes and everything else changes. You don't beat yourself up anymore. You make the right decisions and you enjoy the company of other people. And then you can add to your, to your gallery of memories. And you can help people as well. Just remember what I said about, this part. But or about the fourth position, but we want to create good things, Virgo, because you have a lot to give and a lot to show and a lot to teach. Virgos love to teach. It's just one of our favorite things. And it's just inherently in us. Like, we just like to give back and teach. And teaching is creation as well. It's passing on the knowledge and creating the next generation, or manifesting the next set of. Sorry, this retrograde is really just jacking me up. When we give back to other people, then they in turn, continue it on and perpetuate the knowledge, whatever it is that we provided for them. And that's creation in itself, because it continues to grow. And when it continues to grow, it gets brighter and brighter, and more people know. And then it started with you, the mother of creation. So I just feel like in this position, something new that will begin soon. It's having more creations and having more opportunities so that we can create, better things for ourselves and pass on the knowledge in which we, have. So in the seventh position of what you should be learning at this point, let me go ahead and kind of see what I can pick up on this one. Give me a second. I feel like we need to be more open, Virgo. We also need to be altruistic and maybe a little bit more magnanimous. Once again, going with the motives type of thing, or not having the motive, not having the expectation. Because after all, this is air energy. But sometimes, Virgo, we need to go into things and we need to just give because we want to and because it came from our heart, not because we necessarily want something or necessarily that we have, or we, Virgo, we tend to place expectations on everything, which is good. It serves us the majority of the time. It's a good thing. Yes, it is, because, along with the expectation means that things end up turning out better, to be better, or, creating better things. But at the same time, when we do it a little bit too much, or we don't place it in the right trajectory, or we don't have it with, or we don't place it in the right area, and we displace the exception, the expectation rule, we end up letting ourselves down. And then what ends up happening is we then take that as that self-destruction. We end up taking it out and displacing it on the other people or the other party. And we may not necessarily say something to them, but they can pick up the vibe. And then it just, we need to stop doing that. It's the expectation thing. You and I both, we need to learn how to, when's the appropriate time to implement an expectation on things. And I feel like that's what I'm getting from the card. Because, the altruism, and it's just giving without expecting really anything back. Because you're just giving from your heart and you want to give. Back, being magnanimous too. All right, Virgo, I think that's pretty much it. I feel like I wouldn't have to go over a recap. I was babbling so dang much. But, real quick. I believe that the overall general message is stop beating yourself up. Stop with the thoughts. Stop with the planning despair and the self-fulfilling prophecies and, oh, I could have done better. This could have been better. No, it's fine. If it worked out, then it's fine. It doesn't always necessarily have to be better. Giving to people more in terms of showing really the more emotional side of who you are, so people know where you stand. Not being so judgmental and critical with yourself, Virgo. Can't do that anymore, Virgo. It does not serve us. It does not serve you anymore. Creating those certain things that are actually going to be great for us. And it starts with changing your thoughts, your thought patterns, which changes the behavior, which changes the action, which changes the result, right? Excuse me. And giving without an expectation. I think that's pretty much it, Virgo. That's what I'm really getting. And there's people coming in. Things are coming in. But let's keep them this time. Or let's keep it this time. All right, Virgo, hope you enjoyed your reading for the Libra full moon.